Hello, dear students and my aspirants. This is MD Manikchand, and I warmly welcome to all of you to this channel, CHAND'S English Classes. It's an all-in-one English learning platform. Before we begin, I would like to add some words regarding my channel. This channel is dedicated to helping students and aspirants build a strong English communication and grammar skills through clear explanation, deep understanding, and effective practice. Chance English class is not limited to grammar alone. It's an all in one English learning platform designed to develop grammar, literature, vocabulary, writing skills, spoken English, competitive English, and overall language proficiency through one complete learning system. This platform is designed for students of CBSC, ICSC, and all state boards, as well as aspirants preparing for SSC, banking, railways, defense, job placements, and various competitive examinations. Before we begin, remember one important truth. The way you begin a topic determines how deeply you master it. It means a strong start is the first step toward lasting mastery. Point 1. The one question every student must answer honestly. Many students study English for years, yet hesitate while speaking or writing correctly. The problem is not intelligence or lack of effort. The real problem is that most learners learn rules without understanding the reason behind them. This channel focuses on teaching the why behind every concept, not just the what. Once you understand the reason behind a concept, remembering it becomes natural and effortless. Point 2. Why English matters. English is not only a subject for examination, it is a language of communications, confidence, opportunity, and expression. Strong English speak skills improve performance in school examinations, competitive exams, interviews, public speaking, academic writing, and professional communication. A strong foundation in English also makes grammar, literature, writing skills, and spoken English easier to master together. Point 3. What you will learn on this channel. In the coming lessons, this channel will take you through a wide range of topics carefully designed to build your complete English proficiency. Grammar, literature, vocabulary, writing skills, spoken English, competitive English, school English preparation, exam oriented practice sessions, interview, and communication skills. Every topic will be explained step by step with clarity, examples, strategy, and practice. Point 4. The teaching approach of this channel. This channel believes in concept clarity rather than blind memorization. Every lesson will focus on understanding concepts deeply, learning practical application, avoiding common mistakes, building confidence gradually, improving communication naturally. The goal is not only to teach English but to help learners become confident users of English. Point 5. Every final message. Every learner deserves proper guidance, clarity, and motivation. This is not just an English class, it's a complete learning journey designed to strengthen understanding, confidence, and communication skills. My dear learners, from this channel, Chance English classes, you are going to learn about a topic that's not from the literature section but from the language section. And the topic here as it is tenses or the tense. It is a very common and important topic for all kind of the students, the school students especially, and the learners who are preparing for different or the various kind of the competitive examinations. Section 1, why tenses are important. Every sentence we speak or write carries a tense, consciously or unconsciously. Tense tells us the time of an action, event, or situation. Without correct tense usage, our ideas become unclear and communication loses accuracy. Tenses are not only grammar rules for examinations, they are the foundation of effective speaking, writing, and communication. Whether you are answering questions in a school examinations, attempting competitive exams, writing essays, speaking in interviews, or communicating in daily life, correct tense usage plays a very important role everywhere. Section 2, the real problem, why students fear tenses. Most students fear tenses because they try to memorize formulas without understanding their real purpose. But once you understand the logic, structure, and usage behind each tense, learning becomes much easier and more natural. Understanding the why makes the how easy and natural. Section 3, tenses gateway to other grammar topics. Tenses also act as the gateway to many other important grammatical topics or grammar topics, like different or the various kind of the transformational sentences, active and passive voice, direct indirect speech, question formation, conditionals, writing skills, and sentence formation. Section 4, where tenses appear in examinations. It means what kind of the questions are found in different kind of the school examinations and competitive examinations. In a school examination, tenses appear through fill in the blanks, error connection, sentence transformation, comprehension based questions. But in competitive examinations, they appear in spot the error, closed states, sentence improvement, parajumbles, reading comprehension, fill in the blanks. Section 5, the purpose of this lesson. Therefore, mastering tenses is not only important for scoring marks, it's essential for developing confidence and fluency in English. So, in this lesson, we'll learn tenses step by step with proper explanation, structures, examples, common mistakes, and practice questions. Tenses are not just rules to memorize, they are the language of time, thought, and communication. So, dear learners, we are here to start the lesson as I mentioned earlier the topic from the language section, tense. As there is a question, you see, what is a tense? There will be no such kind of the question for your examination, neither in the school, secondary or higher secondary level, nor in the competitive type of the examination. Generally, such formal type of the question is not to be asked. But defining or understanding the definition is the prominent important task before getting enriched in the topic. What does it say? In this regard, I would like to utter a quotation, important quotation. Where there is smoke, there is fire. So, similarly, here we can Understand, where there is verb, there is a tense. It means to say, tense is the vast or deeper understanding about a verb or regarding verb. A tense is a form of a verb that tells us when an action or a state happens in the present, past, or future. It also indicates whether the action is completed, ongoing, or will happen later. The definition clarifies that tense, that is a kind of the form of a verb, but it is not the complete definition. Tense is a form of a verb that shows when an action or a state happens or occurs. When mean time, the time may be related present, past, or related that may be future. It also indicates whether the action is completed, ongoing, or will happen later. It means to say the forms of the verb suggest or exposes or tells the nature of the work. Is the work completed? Was the work completed? Either in progress or is to start or will happen. Different type or the nature of the work would be there. How will it be understood by the form of the verb? Different forms of the verb will suggest the different about the different times. Very three simple sentences are here, and these all the concept you all may have. Surely, I should not use may. You obviously will have the idea of such kind of the simple sentences. And here in the three sentences, 3 to 4 words or the group of the words have been used in the bold letters. Works, worked, will walk. She works hard every day. She worked hard yesterday. She will work hard tomorrow. It means to say, here the verbs works, worked, and will work. Three kind of the verbs, they are generated from same kind of the verb, that is work. But here in the three sentences, they are really different. Works, that denotes about a time, that is every day. Every day generally that is basically related to the present time or the day. Worked, that says about the yesterday. So this form from works or the work, it has been changed into worked, and it doesn't denote every day but last day, the previous day, or the previous time. Here that is the word yesterday. So worked is here the word to say about the past time, that is yesterday. And will work, will generally the model or the self, or sorry, cell, that's also kind of model, and there are several kind of the model verbs. Will walk, and one important thing I would like to add to it, that's every single model always will be there in the sentence with another kind of the main verb. Okay, as, can, could, may, might, never this come in the sentence. They come in the sentence alonely. It means to say compulsorily with another main kind of the verb would be there with that kind of the word, I mean the verb, the model verb. So here will walk, that tells, that denotes about the neither about the present or the past but about the future, that is tomorrow. So here the three forms tells uh, clearly tell us the three times. It means to say present, past, and future. There are the 12 subdivision of the tenses, and we have idea over all these kind of the tenses. I think you all kind of the less learners may have the proper kind of the understanding of 12 kind of the tenses. After all, why so important is there to know tense in for competitive examination and school examinations still having permanent space regarding this kind of the grammatical application. It is commonly known that tense is a kind of the backbone of the English grammar or the language. In the context of grammars, I would like to add this can be surely a kind of the backbone to express our ideas properly and effectively, avoiding our mistakes. So, very generally, and to have proper or the enriched concept and to avoid other kind of the mistakes, we obviously have to have the proper concept, the concrete knowledge about diverse kind of the tenses. How will can grow it? Proper knowing every individual tense sharply, briefly, and carefully from the different aspects. So here, the present simple, present continuous, present perfect continuous. You all have to make the difference between each other. What's the difference between present simple and present continuous? What's the difference between present continuous and present perfect? What's the difference between present perfect and present perfect continuous? There, concept based differences, we have to grasp them, and based on structure, seeing the sentence or the pattern of the sentence, we have to make it clear. And as far as deeply we'll get it, we'll have the achievements. It means to say we'll have the proper understanding, and we'll be able to differentiate every individual tense for that all. It means to say here she works hard. So what the pattern is here? We see works is in present form. Is working here having helping verb that is, and with work there is ing, and has worked. What is there? They are having a kind of the helping verb that is has verb, and with that the main verb is in the third form, and has been working there is in the perfect continuous. So in all four kind of the sentences we see they're having difference, though there is the main verb that is work. So these patterns, four patterns we see in present tenses. In present indefinite, the verb that is used with its basic form, that is the present form v1 after subject. If the sentence there is the assertive, affirmative. If there is continuous, there will be amijar, and with that will be main verb and ing form. Main verb and ing form, that means present form of the main verb, not the second form of the main verb or the third form of the main verb, but the first form of the main verb and ing with that. And there will be in the perfect, after has or have, there will be the third form of the verb. And in the perfect continuous, after have or has, there will be been compulsorily, and with that there will be main verb, the present form of the main verb and ing. Obviously, We'll learn all these kind of the tenses in details. But here, taking a single sentence from each kind of the tense, we are trying to make difference in our understanding what the nature of a present tense, present simple, present continuous, present perfect continuous. It means first of all, at the beginning, we're trying to understand ourselves, our understanding. Generally, what we have the concept regarding different kind of the present tenses, their patterns, and surely not only the structure but also concept we have to grow. And for proper conceptual understanding, surely we'll engage ourselves with detailed discussion. Now here we see past tenses. It will not take longer time to get it. They're also having four subdivisions: simple, continuous, perfect, perfect continuous. And here worked, that is the second form of work, and there will be amage were not but was were, okay, in the place of amager. And after that, in the perfect, there will be the first form of have had, that will be had, okay. So where in the present perfect we found have had, but here in the past form that will be had. As you know, the past form of amager was where both the past form of the beaver, they are used in past continuous. And past perfect continuous, there is the structure she had been working. So here not has been, not, or not had be have been, but here the past form of have has, that is had been. So we have the structural concept, the primary concept over here, regarding the past tenses with the same kind of the verb work. Okay, so now the future tenses, it's here also we'll have four sub, you know, division of the tenses: simple or the indefinite, continuous, perfect or perfect continuous. So what is difference? In the present, past, sorry, in the simple, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous, it is clearly known to all of you that in future obviously there will be the helping verb, neither do verb not the be verb or have verb, but there will be the modal verb, okay, generally shall or will. And we see here in all kind of the the tenses in future, in indefinite or simple, continuous, perfect or perfect continuous, they're having the common helping verb, that is will or shall. Here as having the third person singular, that for involved sentences we see will, okay. And after we have to see the change, what kind of the changes having there in all of the sentences. In the present, sorry, in the simple sentence we see future simple sentence work, still we see here the present form of the verb, main verb work after will. And in continuous, there will be, that is also kind of the fixed verb for perfect, continuous in future. After that, the continuous form of the verb, that is with the main verb, present form of the main verb, there will be the ing, okay. So and in the perfect tense there, no kind of the hatch, but there will be have after will or shall. And after that, there will be in the perfect form, as you know, the third form of the verb, okay. So here in the last, that is the future perfect continuous, the structure we have here, will have or shall have been, and after that the ing with the main form of first form of the main verb, or the basic form of the main verb. So here what we have got from all these 12 kind of the sentences or the tenses, especially 12 subdivision there, with the same kind of the verb, that is work, we have got different kind of the forms. It means to say 12 kinds of the forms of the verb. Same kind of same verb, that is work. And this is a kind of action verb. And there will be question, what's an action verb? An action verb that shows an action, but there will be different more kind of the verbs, another kind of the verbs, non-action verbs, that's also called stative verbs. Okay, so we'll try to know them. What's the difference between action or dynamic verb and another, that is static verbs or non-action verbs. Generally, with the name, we can get the idea of the verbs. Action verb that shows an action, but non-action verb that doesn't show any kind of the action, that may express the states and emotional and opinions and some more type of the the expression we'll find over there in the static verbs. So next we will go to know, before starting this topic properly. So here, ultimately, what could we do? We have understood there are 12 subdivisions of the tenses, and they all have different kind of the forms, and different kind of the forms shows different kind of the time. That generally we were trying to understand the definition. Once again, I recall the definition of the verb as tense. That is, tense is a form of a verb that shows when the action or any kind of the state, or being or having, um, is expressed or happens or occurred. So here in the 12 division of the verbs, through the 12 division of the verbs in 12 sub tenses, we have got different kind of the forms, and they also are different kind of the time. So finally it seems we have got, what is tense, what does it mean actually. And through this definition, after the clarification of this definition, I think generally we got the idea what about the tense. It means to say this about verb, different kind of the verbs. Okay, so it seems this one is clear to all of you. If you have any kind of the question, obviously will write over there in your comments. Now what we'll do, action verbs and non-action verbs, we are going to uh, make it clear, the ideas, about the action verbs and non-action verbs. Already we have concept over these. Action verbs, which one is called the dynamic verb, category A. Okay, so physical or mental actions. What shows? So action verbs, so physical or mental actions that can start, continue, and stop. It means the nature of the action verbs, they're having, with the action there will see starting, continuing, and stopping. Okay, it means to say, the action verbs, they all have the expression, um, through physical and mental actions, can be used in all 12 tenses including continuous forms. It means to say action verbs are very common. They are found in all 12 kind of the tenses including continuous forms: achieve, build, fight, rise, overcome, struggle, learn, work, succeed, win, improve. They all are action verbs. They show the action through physical and mental activities. Non-action verbs, that is the stative verb, category B, describe non-action verbs describe states, feelings, opinions, position. Take it very carefully. The questions are frequently found regarding non-action verbs or the stative verbs. Sometimes we, by mistake, suppose the non-action verb as the action verbs. So very carefully we'll try to get it. It describes, an action verb describes states, feelings, opinion, position. Utter little, okay, with me. One important method I apply for my studies, I would like to expose this one. Whenever you will listen someone and will read someone, it means when you will read the books or the copies and listen to the speaker or the teacher, anyone or any guide, just before responding to the words of the author or the speaker, first of all, what I apply in my studies and during my learning, first of all, I ask myself the question, if I read a line or the sentence, I ask myself, what did I read recently? And if I listen or the hear to any kind of the speaker, I ask myself, before asking such kind of the person me the questions, I ask myself, what did I, what have I learned, what I have listened from him or her, what I have heard from the scenarios or the environment. So asking oneself, and if you are going to respond properly, answering yourself, then your learning is going to be the concrete one. So nothing is light. Every single point, single matter, we have to take it very seriously and carefully, and they will make us change severely. Generally used only in simple and perfect tenses. Avoid in continuous tenses. There are two type of the continuous tenses: continuous, general continuous, and another that is the perfect continuous. In two kind of the tenses, generally, what we don't see the stative verbs. They have the pattern to be utilized in simple and perfect tenses only. In present, past, or future, in simple or in the perfect tenses they are used. Okay, generally they are not found in continuous tenses, but some exceptionals having there, will go for them. Okay, so here in the category B we see non-action. In the case of the non-action verbs or the stative verb, um, there are generally four kind of the description we have to know: states related, feelings related, opinions related, position related. Believe, know, love, hate, want, see, hear, have, be, seem, belong, all these kind of the verbs, there is no requirement to tell you they are they are the stative verbs. Detailed categories of stative verbs, very carefully we have to grasp them. Different types of the stative verbs. The number one there is Vishay, thinking and mental states. Believe, know, understand, think, remember, forget, realize, recognize, suppose, imagine, doubt. These all are related thinking and mental states. She believes in herself. So the beliefs, it is in simple present. Every student knows the value of hard work. So here knows also, the simple present. So they are related beliefs and knows, their thinking and mental issues related. uh, they describe the states of the thinking and mental. Now the next, that is the number two type of the the stative verbs. They show emotion and feelings. Emotion and feelings. The first one, first group of the verbs, there we found thinking and mental states related. Now here we see emotion and feelings related. Like, love, hate, dislike, prefer, want, need, wish, desire, admire, respect, fear, all this kind of the emotion and feelings related verbs. They are stative verb. They are non-action verbs. I love learning. Students want a bright future. We play, we run. As we express our through our action with play or run, we don't generally express here the love or the want or the wishes through action. Without any action, we express our ideas or feelings or emotion. They are a kind of the group of the the verbs, that is the stative verbs. Number three, senses and perception. Here we see related sense and perception. The verbs, the stative verbs, see, hear, smell, taste, feel, look, or appear, seem, sound. This plan seems good. Uh, I see your mind. Point. So here we see senses and perception related stative verbs. I think you got it. Position and relationship. We see here uh, the verbs, that is the stative verbs, related position and relationship. Sorry. Have, that is possess. Own, belong, possess. Contain, consist, include. Success belong to workers. She has big dreams. So here in the both sentences, it belongs and has, this shows positions. Okay, so here we have got some more other verbs we have uttered already, position and relationship related. Now the next, that is the fifth number of the verb, that is type of the verbs, measurement, state and opinion. It means to say be, cost, weigh, matter, deserve, fit, should, depend, involve. All these kind of the verbs, stative verbs, and they show the measurement, state or opinion. Okay, so they're also having sixth number of the the stative verbs: agree, disagree, promise, refuse, deny, impress, satisfy, surprise. I agree with this advice. So five to six type of the you know the stative verbs are there. We have to grasp them all properly. Okay, we have to engage ourselves the time, we have to invest the time to get them heartily. Either will be they are the same as we were before. Okay, so bring a change, definitely we have to dedicate, we have to accept the patience, okay, the pains, right? So we'll try to read it carefully and we'll try to cover the ideas, as we have here the verbs, stative verbs categorically. Okay, number one, thinking and mental related, emotion and feelings related, and senses and perception based, position and relationship. Another, that is measurement and state and opinion. Okay, and some more different kind of the stative verbs we have here. So currently we have the idea about action and non-action verbs, dynamic are, and the stative verbs about them. Well, some important points are here regarding stative verbs. Used mainly in simple and perfect tenses. We have got it at the beginning of the topic. Avoid continuous tenses in standard usage. Generally, in continuous tenses, this point also was noted over there at the beginning. Some stative verbs can be used in continuous tenses when their meaning changes to an action. It means to say, generally in the action, their meaning is changed, though they are used in the continuous form. Okay, so we'll look for these kind of the verbs. The exceptionals, some cases where the stative verbs, they are used in the continuous forms. Okay, the verb think, stative verb generally meaning type of the verb, that is related opinion. Dynamic meaning continuous. Mental process. I'm thinking about my future. Dynamic means this is not, the steady verb. This is a kind of action verb. Okay, so think, it shows a kind of the action. I'm thinking about my future. So here thinking, that is used in the continuous form. Okay, and that in stative case there it means different, showing a kind of the opinion. But here there is no kind of the opinion. Here a kind of the activities runs over there in his mind. Okay, that is related strategy. Okay, it shows the dynamic sense. Have, that is the position, experiencing or eating. Have means eating also. Okay, experiencing, that's all. She is having dinner. So here having, it doesn't mean a kind of the position. In stative verb case, the meaning that is related position, but in case of the dynamic verb, it shows a kind of the activity or a kind of the action, that is eating. See, understand, meet, visit. It's very common. I'm seeing a mentor. Okay, that's, so it shows a kind of the action. Feel, opinion. Sensation, I'm feeling confident. So here a kind of the sensational matter, related, the feeling, that is a kind of the action verb as it has been used here in the usage. Look, that is, in dynamic, the meaning directing eyes. Okay, she is looking at new jobs, so it shows a kind of the action. Be, permanent state, temporary behavior. So in case of the dynamic sense, the meaning of the verb the be, that means temporary behavior. Okay, she is being brave today. So here it shows a kind of the dynamic meaning. Okay, so we have got some kind of the, you know the steady verbs which show um, dynamic senses or the actions. Common mistakes to avoid. It's another thing. We'll try to avoid it. Chance English. Okay, sorry. Now we'll go for the all tenses one by one. Okay. From present tenses. So it is too long, more than 40 minutes. Um, I would like to tell to all of you, my learners, that's from beginning to till now, you're here to listen with me with this kind of the presentation, as I have tried a little, and I would like to note, make you know that if I continue the lesson from here, and there are 12 definitions of the tenses, the video will be too longer. So you got what I mean to say. That's I would like to pause here a general discussion regarding this topic, and the rest portions, the tenses, all tenses of the action verbs will cover in the next video. I would like to leave with your permission. So thank you all for being with me for this kind of the discussion. In the introduction, I expect your suggestion regarding my presentation and your demands. You may ask me, you may tell me about your issue, about your demands. Okay, so I will surely one by one, gradually, will think for the topic, that's that all will be required to you. So here I would like to pause. Thank you all to be with me, and later, very soon, I'm going to prepare another kind of the the presentation, starting from this the tense, present simple tense, and the rest. After covering this one to another kind of the video, we'll go for the diverse kind of the practice sets. Okay, and our purpose is here to cover the lesson properly, just not to cover but to understand and make it stronger, the change.